Almost everyone has a roll of aluminum foil sitting in their kitchen right now. The strange part is, you're probably using it for the least interesting thing it can do. Today I'll show you 8 cleaning hacks that remove rust, rescue burnt cookware, restore blackened silver, and even replace products people buy every month. Number 1 looks completely fake, but it's backed by real chemistry. Number 8 is your grill grates. You know that thick black crust that builds up after a summer of barbecues? Everybody runs out to buy a wire grill brush for it, and those brushes shed little metal bristles that can end up in your food. So skip it. Tear off a sheet of foil, crush it into a tight ball, and scrub the grates with it. The foil is stiff enough to knock off the burnt-on grease, but soft enough that it won't wreck the grates underneath. One thing though, do this with a cold or barely warm grill, or hold the ball with long tongs, because a screaming hot grate will burn your hand fast. And never leave a flat sheet of foil sitting on the grates while it's running. Weber, the grill company, warns that it blocks the airflow inside and can actually damage the machine. So give it a quick scrub, then toss the ball in the bin. It's perfect for a park or campsite grill you forgot to clean last time, because the grill's own heat softens the gunk first, and the foil takes it from there. That one's easy. But the next hack saves your most stubborn dishes, and it works on something you scrub almost every single day. Number 7 is every burnt pot and pan in your kitchen. We've all got that one pan with a brown, baked-on ring that no sponge will touch. Instead of buying steel wool, crumple a ball of foil, add a squirt of dish soap, and a little warm water, and scrub. It works exactly like a scouring pad you already paid for. The reason is simple. Foil is firm enough to lift hardened grease, but it's actually softer than the steel in most pots and baking sheets, so it scrapes the gunk off without carving up the metal. For a really nasty pan, let it soak in hot soapy water for about 15 minutes first, then the foil does the rest in seconds. There's one hard rule though. Never use this on your non-stick pans. Foil will scratch that coating to shreds and ruin it for good. So stick to stainless steel, bare aluminum, and glass bakeware only. That saves you from buying scrubbers ever again. However, the next trick doesn't clean food at all. It brings dead, rusty metal back from the grave. Number 6 is your rusty tools. Old pliers, garden shears, a wrench that's gone completely orange with rust. You'd normally throw those out or fight them with sandpaper. Don't. Crumple up some foil, dip the ball in water, and rub the rusty spots. As you scrub, the wet foil grinds down into a fine gray paste, and that paste polishes the surface rust right off, without gouging the good metal underneath. It's the cheapest rust remover you own, and it's already sitting in the drawer. If the rust is being stubborn, dip the foil in a splash of white vinegar instead of plain water, and that mild acid helps loosen its grip even faster. Wear an old glove if you've got one, because the black grime stains your fingers. This works on bikes, tools, patio furniture, anything steel with a light coat of rust. It won't save something that's rusted all the way through, but for a thin orange layer, it's shocking how quick it vanishes. So that's rescued metal. Wait until you see the next one, because it fixes the single pan people are terrified to scrub. And there's a stubborn myth about it that's cost folks good cookware for years. Number 5 is your cast iron skillet. Everyone treats cast iron like a newborn. You've heard you can never scrub it, or you'll strip the seasoning, that black non-stick layer built up over years of cooking. So people leave food stuck on and let the whole thing turn gross and smelly. That's the real mistake. When food is baked onto cast iron, crumple a ball of foil, run it under hot water, and scrub. Foil is tough enough to lift the stuck-on bits and even light rust, but it's much gentler than a steel Brillo pad, so it cleans the pan without stripping your seasoning. For extra scrubbing power, throw a spoon of coarse salt into the pan with the foil, since it grinds the burnt bits loose without any harsh chemicals. Then dry it fast and rub in a thin layer of oil. And that famous warning about never using soap on cast iron? It's outdated. That came from old soaps made with harsh lye, which genuinely did strip pans decades ago. A little modern dish soap is completely fine on a seasoned skillet, so your cast iron survives. We're getting close to number 1 now, and honestly, nothing so far comes anywhere near it. First, a quick fix for the scorch marks hiding in your laundry room. Real quick, If any of these have already saved you a trip to the store, tap that subscribe button for me. It genuinely helps the channel. Number 4 is your clothes iron. Flip over a clothes iron that's seen a lot of use, and the bottom, the sole plate, gets coated in brown, scorched gunk and melted fabric. Then all that grime smears straight onto your clean shirts. So handle it. Lay a sheet of foil flat, sprinkle a good handful of coarse salt across it, and run the hot iron back and forth over the top. The salt acts like thousands of tiny bits of sandpaper. The foil holds it all steady, and together they scrape the burnt bits off the plate and dump them onto the salt. 5 to 10 minutes and your iron glides like it's new. Be careful with one thing. This is only for older, uncoated sole plates. If your iron has a non-stick or ceramic plate, the salt and foil will scratch it up, so reach for a paste of baking soda instead. Let it cool, wipe it down, and you're done. Number 3 is chrome. This is where foil basically becomes a cheat code. Rusty spots on a chrome faucet, a car bumper, an old motorcycle rim, that classic orange freckling creeping in. Tear off some foil, dip it in water, and rub the chrome. The rust lifts off and the surface goes mirror bright again, with no scratches at all. And the reason is a brilliant little science fact. Chrome itself doesn't actually rust. What you're staring at is the steel underneath bleeding up through tiny pinholes in the plating. Aluminum foil is softer than chrome, so it physically can't scratch it. And as you rub, the foil turns into a fine, polishing compound that lifts the rust chemically instead of grinding it away. That's exactly why it shines instead of dulling. For heavier rust, dip the foil in a little white vinegar, or even flat cola instead of plain water, and the mild acid speeds the whole reaction up. Just test a hidden corner first. Keep the foil wet the whole time, and skip this on brushed or matte finishes because those mark easily. So chrome looks brand new. Number 2, though, is one you'll want to try tonight, and it might replace something you've been buying for years. Number 2 is your clothes dryer. That crackle and cling when you pull laundry out in winter, socks stuck to sweaters, everything shocking your fingers. You've been buying dryer sheets to stop it. You don't need them anymore. Ball up a few sheets of foil into a tight ball about the size of a baseball, and toss it into the dryer with your wet clothes. As the load tumbles around, friction builds up static electricity, and the foil, being metal, quietly pulls that charge off the fabric and carries it away. Your clothes come out with no cling and no shock. For a big load, throw in 2 or 3 balls so the charge gets pulled off evenly, and they last a long time. One ball keeps working for dozens of loads before you ever need to swap it. There's one honest catch. It kills the static, but it won't soften your laundry or make it smell like flowers the way a dryer sheet does. What it absolutely will do is save you money. A single foil ball lasts for months, while a full year of dryer sheets runs over $100 for a heavy laundry household. So that's static, solved for basically nothing. But number 1 is the one that made me record this entire video, because it looks flat out impossible. Number 1 is tarnished silver. You've got a silver necklace, a ring, or your grandmother's flatware that's gone dark and black, and you assume it's ruined or needs pricey polish. Watch this instead. Line a bowl with foil, shiny side up. Lay the silver on top so it's touching the foil. Sprinkle in baking soda and a pinch of salt. Then pour in boiling water until everything's covered. And now you just watch it happen. Within a couple of minutes, the black tarnish starts lifting off the silver on its own and moving onto the foil, with no scrubbing and no polishing whatsoever. It's a genuine chemistry reaction. That dark tarnish is silver bonded to sulfur from the air, and the hot baking soda water lets the aluminum literally pull the sulfur off the silver and take it for itself. You'll actually see the foil itself turning dull and yellow as it swallows the grime. And you might even catch a faint, eggy sulfur smell, which is just the reaction doing its job. The metal turns bright again right in front of your eyes. And this next part is the reason it beats everything else. Normal silver polish works by rubbing tarnish away, which shaves off a tiny layer of your actual silver every single time you use it. This trick removes zero silver. It only reverses the tarnish. 2 quick warnings. Skip it on pearls, opals, or turquoise because the hot water destroys soft stones. And leave your valuable antique silver out of it, since collectors want that old, aged look left alone. For everyday rings and cutlery, though, it's the closest thing to real magic you can pull off with a kitchen drawer. So there you have it, 8 aluminum foil hacks that can save you money and make cleaning a whole lot easier. Now I want to hear from you. Which one are you trying first? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, hit subscribe for more simple, money-saving tips like these. Thanks for watching. Click on the video on your screen, and I'll see you there.